In my shop, it's important to get tools clean and refurbished so I can resell them in my shops. So over the last several months, I've noticed one tool really shines in this category, and I want to show you guys something that's worked out well for me, and it was a really cheap version of that sort of tool. This is my Bauer bench grinder. On one side I have a brass wheel, the other side I have just a regular metal wheel, and as you can see there's other things here, and I've taken it apart and kind of made it to suit. I have a buffer wheel on the smaller, older bench grinder from Harbor Freight, which still runs after much more than a decade. I don't know how long it was, but my father bought it for me a long time ago, but it still works. It's got some questionable rigging, but this 8-inch bench grinder I had to upgrade to because the 6-inch just wasn't powerful enough. It's 1/2-inch arbor, 5-inch bench grinder, and it's probably like an amp or two, but this Bauer bench grinder, 8-inch bench grinder, runs 4.8 amps, and I know that it's going to be a tougher machine. It's not going to die out every time I give it a little bit of resistance, and that comes in real handy when I'm cleaning off wrenches that look like this. This may look like a piece of junk to you, and a lot of you it will, but vintage wrenches like this Westline here are something that I like to refurbish and sell in my store. In fact, I put a lot of these together into sets, and that's why I have my Snap-on over here. I was going to sell this Snap-on, but there wasn't a whole lot of interest in it since the locks were drilled out. So for the time being, I'm taking some of these wrench sets and I'm just putting them together as I get them. Not a whole lot there. SK tools. As you can see, there's a Snap-on drawer right here with Snap-on tools. And then below that, Mac tools. And that set's looking pretty good. And I'll probably put it together pretty soon. But I have a whole lot of different sets up here. Bonnie, Blue Point, Vulcan, Blackhawk, Velchek, Fuller, various, which means just a whole bunch of random stuff from Bonnie to Indestro to so on down the line, Billings. So it's important that I have a good bench grinder, and this one's been really good. Let's fire it up. Just takes a few seconds to get up to speed. I'll take my wrenches here just with one hand. Take my wire wheel, just be really careful. Doesn't take really long to clean them off, as you can see. Usually I use 2 hands for that, so I'll give it a few seconds with 2 hands and show you the result. As it turns off, the light goes off. It's nice to have this little light. And there are little trays you can sit out here with the little guards and stuff, but that's not how I use it. I don't endorse people using things unsafely, so don't tell your lawyers about me. But as you can see, just about 5 or 10 seconds here. Get a little bit of that rust off of there. Don't want to make it look brand new, but it looks a lot better. Don't want it to be all rusty. Get your fingers all rusty when you're buying it in the store. So that's just what I have it for, and I use it to clean up a lot of tools, and I've been really pleased with it. I got it on sale, so it was, I don't know, like 70 bucks, somewhere in there. And I've been real pleased with it, and I've liked it. So just want to share that with you guys from my shop, and hopefully it'll benefit you in some way if you want something to do a similar task.